Welcome back to Insurance Talks. I'm Stacy Nicholson with CNR First Insurance, and thank you so much for checking out our YouTube channel and blog. Appreciate you coming. As with most of these talks, what we're dealing with are really things that come up when we deal with current clients, existing new customers, etc., when we find gaps in policies. And one of the key ones I've talked about quite a bit in the past is there's a limitation in your policy for certain things like jewelry, flatware. A lot of companies give you some coverage, like $3,000 per item, up to $10,000 total, and they really do that just to make you aware that you have some coverage, but it's also a very important coverage that you need to add to. And when we talk about adding these kinds of coverages, we need folks like Vincent here. Vince is here on the screen with me. He is a professional jewelry and appraiser. He's with Vincent Lash Company. He's done this for us for over 15 years with our clients. And I'm glad Vince could join us. Hi, Vince.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What I really wanted to do today with this particular video is just to have you maybe walk our clients through the importance. Basically, one, why is it important to actually have your jewelry appraised?
Sure.
Two, why should it be done every 3 to 4 years? And why someone like yourself, why it's important for someone like yourself to do this versus them getting these appraisals they might get if I bought a piece of jewelry today, they're going to give you a estimated appraisal of, it's usually higher than what you paid for it, and
Right.
and why that's not always a good thing. So if I can kind of turn the show over to you for the next few minutes to kind of walk through those points, that'd be great.
Sure, happy to do it. The first thing I'm constantly repeating to clients is the fact that over 80% of my customers come to me only after they've had a loss of a piece, and from that they learned the hard way that they weren't properly protected because they just didn't know. They didn't realize they were supposed to update their jewelry every 2 to 5 years. And the reason one should update their appraisals that often is that in that short period of time, the value of jewelry can change significantly. Mm-hmm. Usually it goes up. Very rarely it goes down. But the main thing is that it's going up. And therefore, they've let it go, and the insurance only covers up to the amount of insurance. Having said that, it's just as bad to be overappraised as it is to be underappraised. So it's that Goldilocks value. You want to be not too high, not too low. You want to be accurate.
Correct.
As a result, I can't work for most jewelry stores. They think my job is to perpetuate their false discount. None of us would ever buy a used car based on what a used car salesman is telling them about it. You would go get a third party. So it really is important to have your jewelry appraised right after buying it and have it checked out. If for any other reason, things are overlooked. And that so-called appraisal that jewelers give, it's actually just a perpetuation of or a continuation of the receipt. And they're not really necessarily comparing it to the overall market. Listen, if everyone's getting it at a discount, then the discount is the price.
Right.
So there's something to be said about having it checked, having it looked at. I just I don't want to say caught, I just stumbled over a situation where a GIA report was inaccurate in one way as far as its description of clarity. So that went back. So there are things we can do to cover ourselves and make sure we're protected, but having an independent jewelry appraiser appraise your jewelry periodically is very important. And I'm happy to tell you, Stacy, for years now, I'm the highest rated jewelry appraiser on Angie's List for Northern Virginia, all of Maryland, all of DC, and Southeast PA. And yet I'm one of the least expensive at $55 a piece. But when I come into your office, as you know, we give them a discount, a gift from you to them, $45 a piece to have the jewelry appraised. If your customers come to me and they have a bunch of stuff, every one of us are now dealing with aging baby boomers, and more people are inheriting jewelry, and they don't know what they now have.
Right.
I'll go through and at no charge, I'll sort and figure out, okay, these items here are worth appraising, these are not worth appraising. And then from that, what would you like to have appraised this time? And so we're not going to charge people for items that it's not cost effective to appraise.
Great. Well, and something else you mentioned to me not too long ago is like you've done this for me personally, and you did say that it is important to have this looked at every 2 to 3 years. And if you've already done this for some of my clients, which you have, that you can refresh that for us. Obviously, there's going to be a fee for that.
But discounted pennies
but
on the
it's
dollar.
Definitely something you would recommend doing. Then if we need to add things to that, then we add them.
Absolutely. It's, we have to change the oil in our cars periodically. And you do have to maintain your jewelry if you want to be protected. Or we're back to that. Over 80% of my clients come to me only after a loss because they didn't think to have it updated. And we wear jewelry, Stacy, when we're thinking about everything else in life except our jewelry. And that's when we mysteriously misplace it or we bang it. Diamonds are the hardest natural known substance, but they're also very brittle. So you'd be amazed at how many diamonds I see that are nicked and chipped. And you want to be covered for that.
Well, and again, I think a lot of people in the insurance, when they buy insurance, homeowners coverage for one, they think it covers everything. And that's why it's so important we do some videos like this, because people need to be aware. I like to talk about the exclusions or limitations more than anything, because that's where if you don't have it covered, it's going to be a pain problem at the time of a claim or time of a loss. And I don't want that for my customers. And that's why your service is very valuable, because when we bring on board new people, I like to make them aware, hey, this stuff isn't covered. But if you want to get it covered, you can talk to someone like Vince. He can do this for you. He can come to your house if you have too many items. You'll even do house calls. So I think that's great. But one of the nice things you've done for us over the years is you have allowed us to have jewelry appraisal days at our office. So I'm just making a little shout out. We're gonna promote this through Facebook as well. But
awesome.
we have a date of June 25th. It's going to be in Silver Spring. We have clients all over the state. So we're very fortunate that Erie Insurance, one of our carrier partners, is going to offer us their office space there in Silver Spring. So for our clients in the Montgomery County, Silver Spring area, we have that date. And then we have June 28th here in Annapolis. So how this will work, if you just want to Facebook us and say, hey, I'm interested, what we'll do, we'll definitely need your contact information, phone number, email. We'll give that all to Vince. He will then contact you guys directly, set up an actual appointment times at either location, and he will walk you through this process. And in the end, you get this beautiful digital pictures and itemized appraisals, and you can just give that stuff right to us. He can even forward it to us at your request. It's just a great service he offers, and to us, we feel it's a valuable kind of an additional thing we provide to our customers, just giving you access to someone of his skill set. So anything else you think is we should bring up that's important, Vince?
Yeah, actually, the fact that when I do the appraisals, the customer is sitting with me the whole time. So it's not that you're leaving the jewelry for a period of time and not sure you're getting things back. I want you to sit with me, and in fact, we interact. So it's not just the appraisal. It's a learning experience, and most customers find it a lot of fun. We have a good time, and we learn a lot about your jewelry and maybe even give you some ideas to buy something down the road. But not for me. I don't buy or sell.
One thing you will find, and I found this the hard way, that actually this jewelry does go up in value. They try not to say it's an investment, but sometimes you get proven wrong. And one other thing too, this is first come first serve on both these dates. So this is for current clients. It's for all of our Facebook friends. So whoever comes, if we book the dates up, it's first come first serve. And again, Vince, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this video with me. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Stacey. Thank you.
And I'll see you in June. Thank you.
I'll look forward to it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.